It was a hot day today, and I was so gross. I was working in the garden the whole weekend actually, and I got a lot done. I didn't get everything on my list done, and I've got a project that I've been working on, which I'm really excited about, but I can't show you the whole thing yet because it's not finished. But I will do a sort of quickie garden update right now and just kind of show you what is growing and doing really well at the moment. So these are starts, and some of these were out with they were going in and out when I was taking it in the tomatoes and peppers and things. So they were in tiny cells, so I just separated them out, and you can see like this is lemon basil. So this whole tray is basil, catnip, and thyme, and then I started these seeds. These are new seeds. Another tray of new seeds is chamomile, dill, hollyhock, comfrey, and then here we've got nasturtium and valerian were just started, but I also have a bunch of toothache plants that were in those cells, and then coneflowers. Coneflowers are one of those that are my favorites, and I like to grow them a lot because they are perennials, so they will keep coming back. And if you're wondering why I crammed 2 on this shelf and didn't use my bottom, it's because the mice like the bottom shelf. So there you go. So this is the raspberry patch, and we are gonna have an explosion of flowers. I am so glad I cleaned this bed out because I think we're gonna have a lot of raspberries this year. It still needs some work. I still need to do some weeding, but I'm looking around and there are a lot of new canes that I've seen poking up. Here's a good example. This is brand new this year. I mean, look how big that thing is. It's huge. So I'm seeing a lot of that popping up in places that were shaded out. And then, I mean, just they're loaded with flowers. So I'm very excited about the raspberries. Another thing that's popping up right now is some of the potatoes. Let's see, here are my potatoes. Here's some bunches of them coming up, so that's really great. The Nepeta or catmint is of course doing wonderful. I don't think that this really shows you how tall it is. It's already about 1.5 feet high, and it's getting ready to go to flower, and once it starts flowering it will not stop until about November, so that's really great. And then this is the strawberry hosta bed. So some of the hostas got moved, I guess, because I never put them over here, but when they were replacing our septic line, I think some of them got shifted, as did the ferns. There's an astilbe that I thought was gone, and it's randomly coming up, so I'm finding things in there that didn't, they just randomly popped up, so that's okay. The rhubarb are coming along nicely. They're just sticking away. They're still a little small, so I may plant out these bigger ones and then let the other ones kind of grow on in their pot for a bit. The garlic looks great. Excuse the mess. I do need to weed whack. But the garlic looks really good. And then of course I'm filling in these patches with the squash. So that's why I grew extra squash, so I can fill in. And then of course these are the raspberries that I tip layered last year. The cuttings from the rosemary that I saved. And then these are, of course, the strawberry bed looks really good and all the flowers are popping up, and we even have strawberry flowers. Oh no, you don't belong on there. That is an eastern tent caterpillar. They usually like fruit trees, like cherries. They love black cherries especially. And his nest is actually up in, I just saw it. It's up in that tree right there. Whoops, oh, bird will get it. They make webbing in the crotches of the trees. But yeah, all the flowers are kind of popping up here and there. I've got little itty bitty ones, so I'm not really sure what some of these are. I don't remember all the things I planted. This is borage, definitely. Sunflowers. I have some nasturtium. There they are, some nasturtiums popping up. So there's a lot of great stuff in this bed. It's just going to be a real sort of a fun bed. And then the cucumbers will go in the front here. I did not get around to planting the, you can still see, I did leave these out last night. So those are all the peppers and the squash that still need to be planted out. I even have my tray of spare peppers because some of my peppers, my good ones, got eaten by mice again on the porch. So I had been covering them up with netting, and so I just moved them out here. I haven't had mice issues out in this garden, so I'm hopeful that nothing happens to them out here. And I'll take you up here on another day when I'm gonna be doing other things in this garden, because you can see through the fence there, that's the lettuces. They're doing great. Next to it, I have chard and beets. And then up there in the covered area is rutabaga and beets. And I've got peas and other things up above. And then way up at the top are carrots that I need to thin out. So things are coming up. These beds will be full as soon as I get the peppers planted. And I'll give you a very brief shot of my latest project, which is this. Excuse the mess here. That's not part of it. These two boxes are going to be the entrance gate, and the gate's in place now. I did get the gate done. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping that this works and I'll be able to have a trellis to grow something. These are planter boxes on either side of the gate, so we'll see if everything goes well. But I'm gonna bring you back when I'm finished with the project. This is all salvaged wood. You can tell nothing matches. It's all from old projects, or people gifted me some like fence wood or whatever, and that's what this is made of. So I'm hoping that I can get this project completed this week, because I have a lot of other things on the list. So I hope you all had a great weekend and that you were able to get outside in your gardens. You were able to enjoy just playing in the dirt. Enjoy the heat if you like it. I don't really like it. Enjoy growing things. And with that, I'll catch you outside.